And we are recording. Awesome. So good evening, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so you're with the Wednesday night training for the BOSSXL system. That's the supercharged sales training. We run this training every Wednesday night. We run it on behalf of our BOSSXL team, on behalf of their team members, their prospects. And this is a training that we center around different elements of the BOSSXL supercharged sales loop system. So if you're not in the loop of what the BOSSXL supercharged sales loop system is all about, we're going to give you a quick intro in a couple of minutes, and then we're going to get stuck straight into some training all about paid traffic and how to use that to promote any business online. Obviously, we'd rather you were using it to promote your BOSSXL supercharged sales loop system, goes without saying, but the same rules are going to apply for any business. Before I do that, I want to bring out our man David Pinto. David Pinto is one of the only certified BOSSXL member coach right now. Do you want to come out and say hello?
Hey guys, how are you doing? And we're going to talk about traffic. It's my favorite topic, actually.
Do you know what? It actually is, isn't it? You've been doing a lot of videos of late about traffic. Yeah, I noticed that. So are you getting a lot of traction with the lives that you're doing on traffic? Do you find
Yes, right now. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be, in fact, most of the videos when you talk about traffic and exactly how to get it, a small tip, there's going to be a lot more, basically, conversations, comments, and traction with your marketing on Facebook.
Fantastic. Great stuff. Cheers, buddy. So if you're watching this on the recording, you've missed out on the first, half an hour, mate. We've done about 30 minutes so far. And that's the same each week. We get this started at 9 o'clock every week. And the first 30 minutes or so is reserved specifically for the people who are on the live gig. If you couldn't make the live gig, I'm sorry about that. You missed the first 30 minutes where we get a chance to engage, chat, find out a little bit about each other's backgrounds, what's brought us here, learn the stories, because ultimately stories are what sell. So it's a really key point that time is available. And then when we shut this down in about 20, 25 minutes time, guess what we've got? More one-on-one time, more unrecorded activity where people have got direct access and can ask whatever questions they want. Why do I tell you this? Because I want you here on the live training next week. I want you plugged into BOSSXL, obviously, and you're going to hear why in just a minute. But I want you here on the live training so that you can benefit from it. This is stuff that me and Big Lloyd Dotson, my business partner, we do these things for free. We do them ultimately to help us, yes, to help our team, but also to help anybody else who wants to fall in line with this training. It's free, so take advantage of it. And if as a result of that, it connects you with some people who you can relate to, who can help you in one way or another in whatever your online adventure, then it's a win-win. So what I want to do is touch on the BOSSXL Supercharged Sales Loop System first, give you an overview of what it is, maybe bring David back out again just to give a little bit about his experiences, and then we're going to get stuck straight into the core training all about that paid traffic. So BOSSXL Supercharged Sales Loop System, how long have you been involved with it, first of all? When did you get started with us?
I think in December.
December, awesome. Well, we only launched December 26th, so you'll have been
exactly.
pretty much right at the forefront. So we launched on the 26th of December, and the thinking behind this entire system was how can we help as many people as possible? And when I say as many people as possible, what I mean is both Big, Lloyd Dotson, and myself had been involved in multiple business opportunities before. And we'd experienced what a lot of these guys have already been speaking about earlier off the record, shiny object syndrome. People jumping from one opportunity to another opportunity and not really gaining traction in any of them. But the truth is, any legitimate business online can be successful if there's a focused plan, if there's a focused individual, and if there's a focused strategy or system. I had great success with the first system that I built, BOSSXL formula. Big had great success with the system that he built, the Badass formula. And essentially what we were doing is creating a 3-step process. We were taking business opportunities, BO. We were taking sales systems, SS, and we were adding exposure, that's the X. When you take a business opportunity and you plug it into a sales system and expose it to a niche market, you have a formula for success that can be duplicated. So when Big and I came back together after meeting over in Vegas a year or two ago now, we decided to big up our formulas. We took what I'd got, we took what he'd got, and we created this XL version, and BOSSXL supercharged sales loop system. How did we excel it? We changed the sales system, the SS, to a success system. And we added the L. The L is simply a loop. We made this a self-funding, perpetual, traffic-generating system, a system that pays for itself. And so by having products that are, well, there's 5 steps to the success system. So I'll let David flag up the 5 steps. He likes this. So the success system itself is made up of 5 things. What 5 things are they, buddy?
First, you have your filter, funnel.
Okay, both, yeah. Filter, funnel, yeah.
Filter, funnel, tiered congruent products.
Tiered congruent products.
Offers. Mm-hmm. Let me see whether I remember the 4th and 5th one. It's...
Because you're on camera, dude. You know this back to front.
I knew this by heart. I see it.
I love it. So traffic is number 1. Traffic's your absolute priority. I'll take the pressure off, buddy. Sorry. Traffic's number 1. Then you've got a funnel. So a funnel, to be really clear for the guys who are watching this and have no idea about online marketing or are just getting started, traffic is nothing more than a set of eyes looking at whatever you're offering. So if you've got a network marketing business or an online marketing business, an affiliate offer, a tangible product that you sell in a shop or on a market stall or whatever, unless there's a set of eyes looking at it, you're not going to make a penny. Money is not made unless a transaction takes place. And for that, you need traffic. So the second thing that you need is we've got people jumping in on the chat room now. Another thing that you don't get to see when you're watching the recorded version, guys, you don't get to see the engagement on the chat room. You don't get to see the questions or the answers. So yeah, do be on the live show next time.
Yeah, they could have helped me when I came on.
Yeah, fair point. So traffic number 1. Funnel is your second point. Now, all the funnel is a process. A funnel just takes people from being loosely interested to really interested, to actively wanting to move forward, to making a move, to generating your income. And funnels exist in every walk of life. So in every walk of life, you may well see when you're watching your soap operas on TV, you may see adverts for Cadbury's chocolate. They know you're not going to run out of the door and go and buy a bar of chocolate. That's the top of their funnel. You're driving down the street and you'll see billboards for Cadbury's chocolate, another part of the funnel. You get to the gas station, the petrol station, and at the cashier's register, what have you got? You've got Cadbury's chocolate. It's a funnel process, taking people from a point of interest to a point of action. So traffic, funnel. And the third thing that you need is a filter. The filter is really important. Filter is something that I didn't have strong enough in my original BOSSXL formula. A filter is a process of obstacles that stop the wrong type of people moving forward. Because you don't want to be spending your time with the wrong type of people. That can really consume your energies, especially if you're dealing with telephone inquiries or message inquiries from people who we call just tire kickers. So a filter, you could argue that our trainings are filters. You know, we can do one-on-one training. Somebody messages me, asks a question, I message them back. That kind of thing is very normal. To have an hour-long training process, it filters out the weak from the chaff. It filters out the action takers. There's people who will find all the answers they need on these trainings, but they won't come here They'll expect it done for them. What is that telling us about that person? It's filtering the process. We want to be working with strong people who are taking action. Then you've got follow-up. Your follow-up is the fourth thing, and is incredibly important. In marketing circles, it's argued that a buying decision isn't made until between the 7th and 12th exposure to something. If a buying decision was made on the first exposure to something, Cadbury's chocolate would only ever advertise once and you'd never see it again. The reality is repetition is what causes people to buy, ultimately, to take action. And then the fifth thing, David mentioned it, tiered congruent products. Well, a tiered product is simply a product that increases in price. It's products that take people through a process of emotional buy-ins, because nobody wants to spend money, full stop. People just don't like doing that. They have to emotionally believe in what they're seeing, they have to trust in what they're hearing, and they have to be comfortable making that decision. And so to make that decision easier, we start off low. We give them a low-cost offer right at the start. Actually, we give them a free opportunity to buy in. They join our funnel system. That's free. They're making a decision to find out more. Then we introduce a really low-cost offer, which is a $7 safe list. That's a source of traffic for any online marketer, anybody who's wanting to promote a business to business opportunity seekers, or that is wanting to learn how to market email marketing. We call it our training ground. The $7 safe list is an amazing little offer that anybody can join. It's $7. There's no barrier to entry. The only reason people won't join that is because they don't want to. It's not because they can't. So we make it easy for them. And they join the $7 offer and get familiar. And then we move them up. We move them up to a $10 offer. So we're following that tier. And the $10 offer is another traffic source. It's a traffic exchange. What we're doing within this system is we're immediately exposing people to what, David?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Traffic. We're immediately exposing people to traffic, so that from the off, they're not frightened by the idea of buying traffic. Because have you always bought traffic in the businesses that you've been involved in online? Has traffic always been part of your focus?
No, actually, people focus mainly on getting free traffic, which they say, but they're not used to actually taking the action steps. So this allows you to test the waters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spending money on it is a big deal. You know, I'd tried making money online for around 5 years, and this story is getting a little bit tiresome now for me because I'm the laughing stock on it. But it's a true story that I tried making money for a lot of years. Only made $25 in all of that time online. And the simple reason is I thought I knew best. I didn't trust the people who I were working with. All these people telling me, spend money on traffic, spend money on traffic. What ultimately I was thinking is they want to take money off me. They want to make money from me. And while the people around me were spending money on traffic and making tens of thousands of dollars, some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars, I wasn't. And I wasn't spending money on traffic. I wasn't making money. Now, at the time, I saw that I was saving $100 here or saving $100 there. In hindsight, what I realize now is that saving cost me tens of thousands of dollars over time. Hundreds of thousands, considering how much I earned since. So it's a big deal buying traffic, but we start people off low. The first thing they're introduced to is buying $7 traffic. The second thing they're introduced to is buying $10 traffic, moving up to $50 traffic. And these are business opportunities that we teach them to leverage, that we teach them to make money from and to use. So when they get to the affiliate offer, the next level, the sales tool, Online Sales Pro, they're already familiar with buying traffic, and it no longer becomes a separate sale. Because if you're involved in network marketing or online marketing or anything like that, and you are somebody who's serious and do buy traffic, you'll know that one of your biggest hurdles is you get a new starter, join your business. They're excited. They want to get going, but all they do is join the business. You've got to convince them then as a second sale to spend money on traffic. And that's a tough sell. So with this system, that sell's done as part and parcel. And then on the back end, we've got a couple of crazy bonuses as well, which is what the training is going to be on now. So the crazy bonus we're going to talk about tonight, David. What are we talking about tonight, buddy?
Traffic.
Yeah, which traffic? Which traffic?
Accelerate traffic.
Awesome. Accelerate traffic. Brilliant stuff. So Accelerate Traffic is mine and Big's own source of solo ad traffic. 90% top tier, tier 1, paid solo traffic. So for people who are not familiar with solo traffic, do you want to give a quick overview on what solo traffic is, buddy?
Basically, you're asking somebody who has a list of people, who are interested in your offer or in a certain space, and you're leasing that list out. You're asking them to send an email to that list so that you can expose your offer. That's basically it.
Yeah, exactly. So solo ad vendors, you can find them all over the place. You can Google for them. You can ask your sponsors, your uplines. If you're already an online sales pro, you'll be familiar with iGo's traffic that's in the back office of your online sales pro system. And solo ad sellers vary in quality. They vary in cost. They vary in experience and reliability. There are platforms that showcase solo ad sellers, platforms like Udemy, for example, where I first started getting familiar with solo traffic. But what I didn't realize back then was the differing quality. In my head, I don't know about you, buddy, but in my head back then, a solo ad was a solo ad. The only difference between them was, am I paying this much or am I paying that much?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was kind of it. And if you're using a solo ad platform like Udemy, you look at it and you think, right, well, I'll pay 2 pence more per click for him because he's got a 5-star rating.
Great.
He's only got a 4-star rating because he's not been doing it very long. That's the only way that you could really judge whether traffic was any good. You kind of make an assumption that if the price is higher, the quality is good. Is that...
But Rich, when you just get started, a lot of people ask, what is top tier traffic? What is tier 1 or tier 2?
Great question, buddy. So top tier traffic is traffic from English speaking countries. So if you've got, the traffic that we provide via Accelerate is assured to be 90% top tier. So 90% of the traffic that we send to your offer, to your website, to your landing page, to your business opportunity, your product, your tool, your resource, whatever it is that you're marketing, 90% of that traffic will come from English speaking countries. So the tiering, tier 1, tier 2, etc., is really important when you're making a traffic selection. The other thing, and I talk about quality with traffic, you'll be familiar with the term bot traffic, pal, yeah?
Yes.
So some of you guys might use traffic exchangers. Some of you guys might be familiar with safe lists because you're already in BOSSXL. But when or even some banking systems, to be fair, when you log on to a secure system, one of the things that system does is it'll ask you to put in a little code. Like it might be some digits, it might be some numbers, it might be click the matching images. You're familiar with that kind of thing, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is to prove that you're not a robot. So everybody's familiar with that idea that you're able to. Do you know what, mate? I've just realised, completely distracted for a second. I've just realised we've not talked to anybody about the hand gig in the chat room if they want to ask questions.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 1 second. Remind me to come back to the point I was making. If any of you guys have got any questions on this as we're going, there's a little raise hand option at the bottom of the participants box. David's managing the chat room and the inbox, so just throw your questions in there or raise your hand and we'll bring you out to ask your questions. Yeah, going back to the point that I was making, everybody's familiar with the idea that robots can get into websites. And the same applies with business opportunity offers, with this kind of industry. And what happens is you can buy a solo ad. So you can say pay $50, $100, whatever it might be, to John, the solo ad vendor. John sends your email to what he says is his list of people. But actually what's running is an email robot, which just feeds email addresses into that offer so that it looks like you're getting interested people. So you're getting opt-ins, you're getting clicks. And so when you're getting those opt-ins, you think your traffic's going to somebody genuine, when in reality it's what's just called bot traffic. So bot traffic is something you want to be really aware of, because when you buy solo ads, what you're actually buying is the clicks. You're not buying the volume of traffic that it's sent to, you're buying the volume of traffic that's clicking. So if you buy a 100-click traffic order, your traffic, your email keeps getting sent until 100 people have clicked on that advert. From those 100 people, you want some of those people to opt in. What sort of opt-in rates have you been expecting, buddy?
Well, usually around 25 to 30%. And the reason for that is because if you find solo ad vendors, guys, who have maybe 60 or 70% opt-in rates, they say, be careful, because these bots, what they do is they come on your page, they scroll down, they find the part where your email address is, they enter your email address, and then they'll scroll down the next sales page or the following, and you will not find them looking at your offer or anything. So just within seconds they do this.
That's a really big deal.
Yeah.
It's a really big deal. You know, a lot of solo ad vendors will sell their traffic based on the conversion rate, the opt-in rate. When you hear me and Big talking about accelerate, one of the things we make crystal clear: do not expect massive opt-ins. This is real-time traffic that we sell. I'll talk to you in just a second about where it comes from so you can understand the market and why it's very different to traditional solo ad vendors. But it's real-time traffic. You should be expecting between 20 to 30% conversion rate opt-in. You should also be expecting some unsubscribes because they may not like what it is that they're seeing. These are real people. Not just, like David says, bot traffic or recycled traffic. What a lot of solo ad vendors do is they will generate traffic through CPA, cost per action. They'll run surveys. They'll invite people to join free lists, that kind of thing. And so they build a database of emails. A lot of those emails have come from free marketing activity. So these emails are from people who have spent nothing and who have no interest in spending anything. People who, yes, they might be looking for business opportunities, they might be looking for ways to make money, but generally they're looking at doing so for free. So is that a good prospect for you or a bad prospect for you? You know your business, you know what kind of market you're looking to aim at. So they fill their email list with that caliber of people, and then they run your email until that particular list is what they consider tired. But it still holds value. They can sell that list to other solo ad vendors who buy it at reduced cost. And then they are, you know, remember I was talking about your 5-star users, your 4-star users, your 3-star users, your quality reduces. Some of the people who are receiving emails from some solo ad vendors have been through the mill so many times. By the time your email gets there, they've either seen it, they've done it, they've quit, they're out, they're not interested, whatever. So there's massive value in fresh blood, for want of a better word. So accelerate traffic, I'm very quickly going to screen share and show you the website, because if you're inside our group, you'll already be aware that we've managed finally, and it was a bane of my life, I tell you, we've finally managed to get the automated payment system working. So we can now take payments online direct. It's really, really straightforward. And what I want to do is talk you through where this traffic comes from, how this traffic comes into existence, and why it's so valuable to our members, and why we've not released Accelerate Traffic to the public. Accelerate Traffic is a BOSSXL gig only right now. Yes, you can market this training to your teams, etc., but you'll not see us at this stage marketing Accelerate Traffic in a heavy way publicly. It's purely for the team or for affiliates of the team. So let me hit screen share. Let me know that you can see what's going on, pal. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Fabulous, fabulous. So acceleratetraffic.com, spelled XLR8, accelerate. So what we do is essentially we generate our traffic by data purchase. We buy partial data. We buy marketing data, but from a very specific niche. So all of the traffic that we send your emails to is fresh, for a start. All of the traffic that we send your emails to are motivated and in a position to buy. And what do I mean by that? When I say we buy partials, we work in a niche where people are looking at enhancing their lives, improving their lives, mid to high-end business opportunities, personal development, training courses, that kind of niche. And the data that we buy is people who were in the process of making a significant purchase. They had the MasterCard out, they were good to go, they've watched all the videos, they've read all the hype, and they were just about to buy. But for whatever reason, they didn't. You know, the dog might have jumped on their lap, their kid's fallen downstairs. They've changed their mind. Who knows? But the fact is, they were in the mind space to make a motivated buying decision of significance. So these are genuine buyer leads. Now, we don't make any guarantees. We never can. No solo vendor should ever make guarantees. I play down the conversions and the figures because it's the ethical thing to do. But what I can say is Accelerate Traffic is by far higher quality than pretty much most of the marketplace that's out there. We only accept Bitcoin payments, and we do that for a reason, and it's to safeguard your funds. When we first got started, some of you guys will know that we did accept PayPal, and then PayPal restricted the account. Fortunately, I'd cleared the account out barring one order, but we want to make sure that everybody's orders are handled as swiftly as possible and as safely as possible. So Bitcoin transactions only. The more you purchase, the higher discount you get. If you're wanting to purchase to a significant level for split testing and things like that, talk to us. Let us know. What we occasionally have is people buying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 clicks to split test across a period of weeks. So instead of having them buying 200 a week or 500 a week, we'll have them buy a big chunk so they get it at the discounted price, and we'll stagger the release of their traffic. So we can be flexible with you guys. And well, you can see from the pricing, if you're familiar with buying solo ad traffic, we release this traffic at equivalent to wholesale prices. It's already massively discounted. Hence, we don't want it released to the general public just yet, because that will involve a price increase. So Accelerate Traffic is I'll say, safe and stable way of sending paid traffic to your offers. For the guys who are following the system to the letter and just getting started, at what point should they be buying paid traffic, David? When in the strategy does it make sense for them to do that?
When your whole system starts becoming self-funded. Mm-hmm. Okay? When you reach a point, for example, in one of the businesses, which is Future Ad Pro, you're getting a regular, a steady flow of traffic already, and on the revenue sharing side, you're getting a certain profit. Take out that profit and put it into some solo ads, solo ad traffic through Accelerate. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's exact point.
Absolutely. Yes, there are people who've got a marketing budget to start with. And if you've got a marketing budget, yeah, jump on the website, place your order. It goes straight through to my email account. We'll get it all set up. You'll get a tracking link sent back to you by email, excuse me, so that you can track exactly what's happening, where your viewers are coming from, excuse me, what tier traffic you're getting, etc. But if you've not got that marketing budget, use the system, build to it, create that perpetual motion, that self-funding element. If you've got the funds, jump in there and just get yourself some traffic, but be consistent with it. Don't be that guy who buys 500 clicks now and then doesn't do anything else for 8 weeks. It makes more sense to buy 100 clicks a week and be consistent. Little and often is far better than a bulk and then nothing. So go on, buddy, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and if you think about it, you're getting, also if you saw the slide, saw the website, it said 10% over delivery. So imagine if you're just buying every week that small amount, you're getting 10% over delivery, you're actually getting free leads. Think about it that way also.
Yeah.
Yes, you're automatically getting more people into your list.
Yeah. I think it says up to.
Sorry. The fine line.
Between you and Big, you cost me a fortune with the stuff that you I tell you. So yeah, that's Accelerate traffic, and a little bit about solo traffic. Full stop. I'm not saying that you should only buy from us. I'm saying you should be aware of what you're buying. So when it comes to the time for purchasing solo ad traffic, there's a couple of things that you should do. Firstly, you should test. Buy at a comfortable level. See what it's all about, and then scale up. You should have, are these clicks per week or per month? They're whatever you want them to be, Deb. You choose your, I would recommend that people buy weekly. But if your budget doesn't accommodate it, just buy once a month until it does. It's budget driven. You want to be in a position where you can be consistent with it, whatever it is. So yeah, choose your solo vendors wisely. That's the point I'm making. And with ours, you know exactly what you're getting. You know where to come. We have had a couple of instances where people haven't had great results. Is there anybody on here who hasn't had great results from Accelerate Traffic who would like to share what happened? What did we do? Is there any hands going up?
No.
No?
Nice.
Okay.
For mine,
well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. But just to give you the upside, because occasionally stuff goes wrong, it's dealt with immediately by me, and it's not unheard of for somebody to receive not enough clicks, for somebody to get results that are unexpected, and for me just to say, you know what, I'm going to run it again and give them another 100 clicks or whatever. So we deal with people in a real way. And importantly, if you've got offers that aren't BOSSXL relevant, that's an absolute fact. Mimi just jumping into to chat room, that's an absolute fact. Yeah, I knew there was somebody on here who'd had a glitch, Mimi. So yeah, if you've got an offer that's not BOSSXL relevant, put in your application for traffic on the website. We'll review it, and if it's not an offer, a page, a product or a service that we think will respond well with our market, then we won't run it. It's not about, we're not doing it for the money, we're doing it for the success in the team. So we've got members in the team who've joined BOSSXL and already have other network marketing businesses, and they're running traffic to all sorts of stuff. But if it's crap or doesn't fit, then we'll just come back to you and say, no, we're not going to send that. You're not going to get good enough results. Or choose another page, choose a different landing page. will feed back to you. So that's essentially what I wanted to cover today. Solo ad traffic, accelerate traffic. Have we got any questions from any guys before we cut off the recording and go back to secret mode? Is there anything else?
I have a question, but I will let someone else ask the questions first before I get into mine, just to let people know a little more about solo ad traffic.
No problem. So let's have a look. Who's got their hand up? So Isaac, we've got a hand up from Isaac. So Isaac, if you can unmute and come out and ask your question, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine, buddy.
Okay. I want to ask the clicks, is it for monthly or weekly? The 100 to 500 clicks, is it monthly or weekly?
So Isaac, could you say that again? I can't tell what you're saying, buddy.
He said, is it monthly or weekly?
I said whether the clicks are monthly or weekly.
They're whatever you want them to be. They're not set up on a regular standing order or direct debit. It's just whenever you want to buy. So if I were you, I would send traffic weekly. But if you can start where you're able to start. If you can only do it monthly, only do it monthly. But you want to get to a stage where you're sending traffic, quality traffic, at least once a week.
Okay.
Does that help?
Huh?
I said, does that help?
It helps. I may not be. I need to chat you up to have one-on-one conversation and answer you.
No problem.
Just throw more light upon many things so that I can really comprehend very well.
No problem, buddy. We'll catch up on a separate video hangout, me and you, after we've sorted this. Probably tomorrow, yeah?
Okay, no problem.
No problem. All right,
Thank
nice.
you very much.
Thanks, Isaac. Any other questions? Who else we got with their hands up? No? That looks all good. Right, okay, so I'm going to take that as a, Rich, you did such a great job. We don't want to know anything more, or we don't want the public to know anymore. Either way is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out gallery view. Hey, there everybody goes. Beautiful. I'm going to pull out gallery view. And
I had it on the whole time. It's not something new for me.
So what we're going to do is same as we do every time. We'll unmute everybody for the sake of the recording so that everybody can say good night and farewell and whatnot. And then we will stop record, and the guys who want to hang about afterwards for questions and answers and to talk further, welcome to do that. I'll probably stay on for about another 20 minutes. So if you guys want to unmute and just say good night to our recorded audience.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, good night.
Beautiful,
Good
beautiful, beautiful. Cheers, guys. So that's been
Good night, everyone.
Rich Green and the awesome BOSSXL squad on the Wednesday night Supercharged Sales Loop training. So if that's been helpful, get in touch with the person who has sent you this recording. If you want to talk about any aspect of the system, get in touch with the person who sent you this recording. We do every Sunday night a live show where in more detail we cover what the system actually is. We show proof, we show progress, we show results, we show back offices, we show a full presentation. It's not training, it's information. It's motivation. It's a little bit crazy. There's chickens and hammers and funny stories and all sorts of mad stuff. So do be there on Sunday nights for that. And if you've enjoyed tonight, make sure you tell everybody about it. And I hope to see you guys who are watching on record on the live version next Wednesday night. See you later, guys.
Later.